Hi, we're back with another project in our 2018 Holiday Paper Pack Challenge. This hopefully will be a somewhat quick video. We're going to be making these rosettes. I have a feeling at the end, when I get done making all the projects and using the big pieces of paper and I end up with scraps like this, I'll be making a lot of these. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and make this one now, and I'm going to start using them as embellishments on my projects that I make. Basically what you have to do is take a 12-inch strip, and this one is a 1-inch strip. I've done them at 3/4 of an inch. You can go 1.5 up to 2 inches probably, and that's probably the biggest that I've made for an embellishment. I'm not sure how big you can actually make them, but anyways, we're just doing a 1-inch strip, 1 by 12. All you're going to do is you're going to score it every 1/4 of an inch on the 12-inch side. I'm going to start over here on the right hand side. So like 11 3/4, 11 1/2, 11 1/4, 11, 10 3/4, and so on and so on. So every 1/4 of an inch I am just making a score line. So we have everything scored. Now we just have to fold it accordion style. So I'll take this first flap and I'll fold it under, and then just take your paper and you do an accordion fold with the paper. So you're just going to do this to the whole thing, and then when I get done with this, we'll move on to the next step. So I've taken the paper and I've done a little accordion fold with it. Now what you have to do is we are going to match up these two ends, okay? But because of the way the accordion is, we have to cut off one of these ends, and it doesn't matter which one. So we're just going to pick this one. And then it will allow these two to slide in together, because you want it to match up to where it's a continuous accordion fold, okay? So what I'll do is on the end that I cut the piece off of, I'm going to grab my adhesive, my 1/4-inch score tape, and I'm going to put just a strip of adhesive on that one little area. And then I'll match these ends up just like that, so that all goes together. And then once again, just kind of reinforce that accordion fold. Now this next part is not hard, but it can be kind of frustrating sometimes when you're trying to get it to lay down. So you just pretty much take it like this and you fold in, and I always put my pattern side up, the side that I'm looking at. Okay. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go off camera for just a moment. I'm going to put a dab of hot glue on my circle here, and then I'm just going to, this is the not hard but frustrating, I'm going to slide this on top of that circle with the hot glue, and I'm just going to squeeze it, and that's going to make everything stick together. And if my hot glue gun would reach over here to my desk, I would do that on camera, but it doesn't. So I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So I put the hot glue on this black piece, and then I placed my rosette onto the hot glue and centered it up with my center of my rosette. And then I just squeezed everything together and held it for probably a minute or so until I made sure that it was set up enough to let go. And then you will end up with a little bit of hot glue usually coming up the middle of your rosette, and that's okay. I just let it sit there for a minute, like I said, to make sure it set up, and then I took my finger and just kind of peeled that extra off the top. And then this is what we're left with. So then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the same thing I did over here. I have these snowflake brads, and all I'm going to do is cut the pokey brad part off of that, and then take a tool of some kind, just kind of smash it down so that this is pretty flat. I'm going to go back to my hot glue, and I'm going to put just a little dab, enough to make this snowflake stick on there like that. So then when I get done, it's going to look like that, and then we can put this on a package. You can also take some glue, kind of go along the edges like so, and then take some glitter and run the edges through the glitter, and gives you a nice little sparkly edge if you want to do something like that. You can layer papers. You can do so many things with this kind of project, but this is the basics, and I may do different sizes later on, but like I said, this was a 1-inch piece of paper, and that's what we did for today, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.